People can see color very differently, and it's important to remain aware of those differences. For example, Julia can see most colors, but has some trouble in some circumstances.
A lot of times if it's orange or pink, kind of similar in shade, it can be quite difficult to determine which shade it is.
Research indicates that about 1 in 12 men and 1 in 200 women have some form of color blindness. How color is used on web pages and in apps is important because everyone with vision sees color a little differently, especially in different lighting, or on different devices, or even just when in the sun.
And of course, statements like, click on the green button to proceed or the red to stop won't be useful to people who are blind unless those buttons are otherwise labeled. So, what does that mean to you? Don't rely on color alone to convey information. You need to find another way so that people with low vision, those with color blindness, and those who are blind can also access your content in a meaningful way.
We'll look at a few examples that will hopefully help you as you work through your own online programs. First, let's look at this portion of our fictitious sample university. This is the page we designed to show what not to do. We're at a section called Popular Programs, and the text says that undergraduate programs are marked in red and graduate programs are marked in blue. Because the information isn't being presented in any other manner other than color, this is a barrier to access. If I put this page into grayscale, you can understand the problem even better because what was red and blue now look the same. And either in color or in grayscale, someone who is blind wouldn't ever be able to tell which programs were undergraduate and which were graduate because color, which they can't see, is the only indicator. Here's one way to fix this problem. Now we're on the accessible web page. You can see that the same information has been reconfigured into a table with column headers indicating the rank, undergraduate, and graduate programs. Now it's clear which programs fall under which level without relying exclusively on color. See our video on tables for more information.
Let's look at a second example and head back to the inaccessible demo page. In this paragraph, there's a link, but there's nothing to distinguish the link other than it being in a slightly different color than the main text. For somebody who has trouble differentiating color, they may not even know that links are available. Here's one way to fix the problem. We're back on the accessible demo page. You'll see here that the links are now underlined. This helps people with low vision or color blindness distinguish links from the main body text.
Our last example, let's look at the all too familiar school calendar. This calendar heavily relies on color. The color chart indicates that green is the last day of school, blue is a snow makeup day, orange is a work day for staff, and purple is a holiday. For people who are able to distinguish colors, the calendar is easy to read. But let's simulate what a colorblind person may see and put the entire calendar in grayscale. Now, we see 4 different kinds of gray, making it pretty challenging for people with low vision to understand which days fall into which categories. And this calendar, of course, is completely inaccessible to someone who is blind. You can fix the problem this way. Create a calendar that lists the dates associated with each of those color blocks. So, for example, the last day of school is indicated by green. So next to the green color block, type May 15th, the last day of school. Now you have a second way to communicate the same information. It works for everyone and can even be printed in black and white.
When it comes to colors, do not rely only on color to share information. And you cannot trust that how you view the color is the same as how another person views that color. So remember, you cannot rely on color alone. Work through that by creating other ways to present the information, like a chart or table. Add underlines or boldface to content that needs to stand out from the main text. And add additional text to tell the same information as the color.
This video was produced by the U.S. Department of Education, Office for Civil Rights.
You can find us at ed.gov/OCR or email us at ocr@ed.gov.